Confess Jesus now. TikTok. Man, I look good on this camera. Anyway, yes, I am making a Crow video, even though I didn't make a Hate Week video. I wasn't even going to do the TTC this year. I mean, I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. But I don't have nowhere else to vent. My wife can only take so much. So, thanks for listening. Congratulations to the Chicago Bears and their fans. Y'all came in our house and beat us. If you make a Julio Jones trade like we did, you got to make the rest of the draft picks count. We draft Peter Collins the year after the Julio trade. We didn't have a first rounder. We drafted him in the second round. And a few picks later, the linebacker in Tampa Bay is picked. He's a beast. Collins is starting only because of there was injury. And he's not a factor. And there's a lot more draft picks on this team that's just like that. They either rotational guys. We have very few starters on offense and defense that was drafted. And it just seemed like Thomas Dimitroff is just squandering picks away. I mean, I think you hit on the two corners last year. I think you hit on Jake Matthews. But I mean, what impact players do we have that was drafted on this team? You can't tell me a guy's a fifth round. I think you hit on Jaquiz, but you can't tell me that a guy's a fourth or fifth rounder and you can't expect much from him. Because there's undrafted guys that's going into the Hall of Fame. But we got the same problems from last year going on this year. And I blame the majority of last year on injuries. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Because we had very significant injuries on both sides of the ball. But this year we got a few injuries, but we don't have so many injuries that it should take the toll on us like it is. I think we got a lack of execution. I think it's bad coaching. I think guys ain't fired up for the games like they should be. It starts with talent, and I don't think we have no talent on the defensive side of the ball. Guys' football IQ is apparently not where it needs to be. They seem like they don't know the playbook. If you don't have a linebacker out of position, your defensive line just ain't getting no push. This is like the worst defensive line I ever seen. I mean, starting all the way back from last year, and it's been a perpetual problem really since Matt Ryan been on this team. We haven't really had a real consistent pass rush to complement John Abraham since he been here. Even when we went to the championship game in 2012, we only had like 32 sacks that year, and that was like bottom half of the league. And it's just, I mean, I'm sick of the same old from this team, man. I really am, man. Right now, they sorry, man. I mean, what has Teddy Bridgewater done since he ran wild on the Falcons this year? Nothing, because he ain't that good. Brandon Marshall was a beast, don't get me wrong, but up until this game, he had 117 yards receiving. Through 5 games. He had well over 100 this game. A good game for freaking Jay Cutler. Up until this game, a good game, and I've been watching him because I like Jay Cutler. 230 yards after passing the ball almost 40 times. He might get 230 yards, and if he don't throw a pick, then that's a good game for him. This year he had almost 400 yards passing, man. I mean, we making guys look good, and it's not them. The Falcons just bad. And why is Croy Bierman still starting? Who do we got naked photos in the front office? Why? He's not a factor. The defense can't be no worse. Bench him and put somebody else in. Play Massacre more. I don't know what you got to do. But when the defense can't get no worse, people need to start losing their job. Whether it's players need to be benched, or front office people, or whoever, whatever the case may be, somebody needs to start losing their job. They need to get a fire lit under this team, and we need to turn this season around. The division is wide open. Carolina tied today. We 2-0 in our division. The Saints playing like the Aints, and we see what happened to the Buccaneers. But at this rate, any team in the league could beat us right now. It don't matter how good of an offense you got. If you busting 40, if your team is giving up 41, it don't matter. And you got to figure out something whether it be scheme, whether it just be signing a free agent, you have to figure out something on defense. We cannot keep trying these guys out there like this every week. And we need to bench the guys that's not playing for us, that's playing well for us. Simple as that, man. And I don't know, man. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of seeing what I'm seeing from this team, man. It's just getting worse and worse every week. Um, the offensive line even faltering. They played good through the first 3 weeks or so, but they even faltering now. It's just all bad for this team, and I'm sitting here like, where do we go from here? It can only, I mean, it can't get no worse because we below 500. It can only get better, and like I said, when things can't get no worse, people need to start losing their jobs, man. I mean, I didn't wait 6 months for this. I'm about jaded on the season already. I can't even enjoy a good football game that the Falcons are not in if the Falcons ain't playing because the Falcons ain't winning. And it just, I mean, I don't know about the rest of the Falcons fans, but when my team ain't doing well, I still love football, but it's like, you know. And I don't know, man. But I appreciate y'all listening, man. DBN, I apologize for the black eye. You know, I know I owe Crow and stuff like that, but I just ain't felt like doing this. I just ain't felt like it, man. I know I owe it to y'all. I'm starting with this. Take my crow. Thank y'all for listening. And hopefully my team can turn it around. They need to do something, man. They need to do something fast. Confetti is now TikTok.